Guys, if you watched my previous video, then you already know that we had amazing war where we restarted almost all of the bases. Only three we didn't were the two Town Hall 10 and one Town Hall 9. I fortunately got 99%. And we introduced a lot of new strategy in this war. Town Hall 8 I explained in the previous video, and today I'm gonna do the Town Hall 9 ones. Our first is by our member Paco. It actually includes Walks and Giants, and I know that you think that Giants in wars are useless, but he proved that they're not, and his attacks were amazing. The main idea is it's good for the bases where ADs are kind of to the middle, like this base, and this base he attacked those two because you use healers on giants, so you need healers to live a long time. Also, of course, you're gonna rage the troops in the core, valks I mean, and you have to kill the CC, so you're gonna bring golem for tanking and wizards. So let's see how he does it. So of course he's gonna pull the CC out first. That's why he brought one hog. And if you look at the troop combo, he has 12 giants. So that's gonna be 6 giants on each side with 2 healers on him, and 6 valks for the core, and of course heroes. And rage and heal the core, and use earthquake first to open it. So yeah, he's dropping poison now, and soon he's gonna drop golem and his queen to help him take out the dragon. And here comes the queen and the wizards. They need to funnel for his valks. And as I said, he just dropped the earthquake to open the way into the core. And here come the giants, 6 giants on each side and 2 healers behind them. And of course few wizards, because all defenses are hitting giants or that golem in the middle, and wizards have a free way of shooting. Now he raged his king to help him kill the enemy queen and to take out the ADs, because ADs can kill the healers. And as you see, the main difference between golem and the giants is because they can actually break walls. If he would set golems instead, they would be still stuck in that front of the layout unless he used the jump or wall breakers. But the giants are strong enough, and they even broke through second wall. Now, so they do more damage, but they don't have so much health. But that's why you have healers, and with ADs in the middle, healers won't die. And as you see, almost all of his troops survived the raid. He has walks alive, he still have wizards alive, the king and the queen is alive, a lot of giants alive, all the healers, well, one healer went down. But yeah, it's quite a great raid. You can tell by that amount of troop surviving it, and the rest of the raid is just a cleanup. So now I'm gonna show you the second raid done by him on a little bit different layout, but as I said, 80 is in the middle, so he can't pull out CC on this one. Is quite centralized. He's gonna attack from the left because the sweepers are there. The sweepers actually hurt healers a lot. They slow them down, and this way he's gonna take out the sweepers and one AD. So of course comes the golem, the wizards, and he dropped earthquake before it to open the way into the core. And now his heroes come, the king and the queen. Here comes the giants on the bottom side, and they come on the top side with healers behind them. Now the CC starts going on, and his king unfortunately already died. He's gonna rage his troops to help him kill the dragon. Now he sent in valks. He waited because dragon can kill valks quite fast, so it was a good thing that he waited for him to go down. And he's healing the core, of course, because wizards are there, and soon the queen will come. He needs to take out those ADs. Healers are still healing the giants, and as you see, wizards are taking out defenses, and while giants are tanking for them, and the walls still survive. And the giants are really breaking through the walls. They're just going forward. They don't get stuck as the golems do. So it's brilliant. As you see on the top, his healers didn't make it, but still, the giants and the wizards are alive, and his queen is alive. He's gonna definitely get quite an easy 3 stars. Also, he doesn't have a high level heroes. That's one more way you can see that the strategy is really working, because he need to put a lot of faith in his troops, and the rest of the raid is gonna get down by the wizard and that walk. It was a little bit harder than the last one, but yeah, he still got the 3 stars. It's a very nice raid by Pac-Man. The third raid I'm gonna show is done by me, and it's a little bit weird. So I'm gonna explain the scouting first. So it was a cleanup attack. So I knew that all the Teslas were in the middle, right to the town hall, and that there are giant bombs between this wizard tower and this arch tower, and between this arch tower and this wizard tower. So first I have to say this base is usually good for walks, because the core is open, but I don't have maxed walks yet, so I couldn't do that. I need to do something else. Well, first I saw that I can pull out CC, that was okay, but he was dragon inside. Then I knew I need to kill the queen if I wanted to use the hogs, but also queen is on the opposite side of the double giant bomb, so if I went with golems here to take out the queen, I would eliminate this double giant bomb threat, but definitely not this one. And I would need to use the jump and perhaps even rage, which would leave me with 2 healing spells, which wouldn't be enough, because we would need to heal the hogs near to the wizard towers on each side, and then I wouldn't have the healing spell left for the third side, or the core, because the core, there's Teslas, and Teslas kill hogs very, very fast. So that's just not gonna work. So, but if I went from the left side to eliminate the double giant bomb threats, that I just wouldn't take out the queen, because golems would go into the middle, and probably my queen too, and there was just no way that I could know that she would go left, or worse, she could go left while the golems were in the middle, and perhaps she would get killed by that cannon or the queen. It was just too risky a thing to do. So then I was thinking maybe I could bring witches and attack from the top to kill the queen with a few hogs, but witches. But if you look at the layout, I would drop, of course, golems in front of somewhere here, and one to go to that sweeper, and the wizards to destroy the buildings while golem is tanking. But there's storages here, and storages have a lot of health. The thing was, my wizards would take possibly in these few buildings, but no way they would take out the defenses. It's just they have too much health and they wouldn't make it, or my golems would die. What I mean that I would need to use the jump before the defenses are taken because of those storages. So when that will happen, so I would drop jump somewhere here to go to the core. If you look at this wizard tower range, so okay, I dropped jump and I have a lot of witches coming forward. The skeletons would go right to the jump, either to destroy that cannon or the AD. I wasn't sure. And my golem would start going around like this next to the storages to go to jump to the middle. But then the wizard tower has this small period when she would stop hitting the golem because she can't reach that corner, and that there was a very big possibility that she would hit a witch coming forward and kill the witch. I saw that happen in a lot of raids when wizard towers are placed like this, kind of separated from the core and from the outside layout. The skeletons usually go in either to the cannon or the AD here, and the witches go behind them, and they were either hitting the cannon or the wizards. Anyway, whichever way happened, there was very, very big possibility that the wizard towers would kill my witches. So I decided that that wasn't an option. So that the another option was to use P.E.K.K.A.s to go to the core. Now, why was that a problem? The problem was because P.E.K.K.A.s, regardless of how slow they are, they're still faster than golems. See, I would need to rage the core with my golems, queen, and the P.E.K.K.A.s, and they would reach here sooner than they would, which means the Teslas would be hitting them, and Teslas just do a lot of damage to P.E.K.K.A.s even under the healing spell. And there are X-bows here too, in the arch towers and the cannons. I just didn't think that's quite a good idea. I was sure my P.E.K.K.A.s would die. So I thought of something different that worked, and I think it's quite good for these layouts where compartments are separated from the core and core is opened, and also the wizard towers and the Teslas are very spread. What I'm gonna do actually is use golems to get into the middle and drop a P.E.K.K.A.s a little bit later from each side, from this side and this side, and wizard behind them, because P.E.K.K.A.s do a lot of damage, and in this case it's gonna be not tanky, but because not a lot of defenses will be hitting them. Just these ones, unless they will be hitting golems, so they won't have a lot of damage to take, and the wizards can follow behind P.E.K.K.A.s to take the defenses down. And I also brought a few hawks in a case these wizard towers, as I mentioned, as they would kill witches on the top, decide to kill my wizards on the bottom, while P.E.K.K.A. is going this way to drop hawks to destroy the wizard towers, or perhaps some other defense if I see that P.E.K.K.A. is dying. So now I'm gonna see how I did it. I talked a lot about this attack because I wanted to show you how to scout and decide which strategy is good to use, because you really have to think through every aspect of your attack, like I did in this one, and concluded that any of the strategies I was thinking before, I just knew they wouldn't work, and got it to consider something else. Okay, I pulled the CC out, I used poison, but dragon of course still alive, dropped golems and the wizards behind them. And as I said, wizards are still taking out the storages, and I dropped jump to make my troops go into the core, and P.E.K.K.A.s from each side, couple hawks, and then the heal, because the Teslas will pop out. I knew the Teslas were there. Kill my golems. My queen went left, but soon she's gonna go to the core because she has nowhere else to go. And the P.E.K.K.A.s are still going around, And I reached the core. I have wizards and the golems. And then I dropped the hawks on the wizard tower, as I said I might do, because this P.E.K.K.A. was going low health. On my other side, P.E.K.K.A. is still alive, and both my golems are alive, and luckily that arch tower is hitting the golem. And soon all the defenses will go down because my queen is almost full health, and the arch tower is hitting the golem, and the rest of the raid is just the cleanup. So yeah, always scout carefully before you decide how to attack, and don't be afraid to try something new if you think that one of your old strategies won't work.